What's up, guys? Magical Libra back today with the Trickstar test hands and dissection of the Trickstar deck, explaining what each cards do and giving you a series of test hands and how we play the Trickstar deck. So before we start with test hands, I wanted to go over each of the cards in the deck. I left no cards out. Any one-ofs are right here in these piles. I just wanted to go over all the cards real quick before we go through test hands. So starting off for our one-card combos, I'm not going to be explaining them. You'll see them in the test hands. But for our one-card combos, we have one Trickstar Candino, which gets us our searching. Nightshade, which allows us to go into multiple link plays. Light Stage, which also is searching. Festival to go into 2 tokens for link plays. And Terraforming to search the field spells to go into more searching. Lycris to extend, remove our monsters on field that our opponent may want to target with its quick effect to target our card, remove it, and special discard. Also has continuous effect to burn. Corbane being free special for combo extension and basically kind of like an honest effect. Live Stage for extension. If you have Trickstar Monster in grave, or if your opponent controls back row, or you control Trickstar Monster, get to special summon tokens. Link Monster, by the way. Trickstar Magical Aurel, basically premature burial, but for Trickstars. So there's that, and the additional effect that if your Trickstar Monster deals damage, you get to special a Trickstar Monster from your hand. Trickstar Reincarnation, being able to banish our opponent's entire hand is just the trap effect. The extension part of it is you banish it from grave to bring back Trickstar Monster. Secret Barrel to inflict damage. Dark Move Nightmare to inflict damage. Nibiru to get in our opponent's way. Spooky Dogwood to punish our opponent for playing the game so we gain life points. Mahama the Fairy Dragon to deal damage. And Ghost Mourner to on-summon Effect Bailer and deal damage if it leaves the field. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and shuffle all these cards into the deck. And we are going to go into some test hands real quick. I'm just going to do one at a time real quick so I don't, force them all in the same place. So that way they are just a bit random. So that way nothing is stacked here. So as you can see, everything is kind of sorted. I can see there's a lot of monsters here and a lot of spells there. Let's go ahead and shuffle that so we can kind of get it all mixed up in there. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to go 2 going first test hands. We're going to go 2 going second test hands. And we are going to do, at the end, 2 ideal test hands. Just to kind of give it a good generic feel. All right, so scoot on in here, and we're going to go ahead and draw the first 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be going first test hand. You always want to be going first with this deck. All right, so it seems we have 2 Trickstar Nightshade, which we bricked on. We have Trickstar Reincarnation, and we have Ghost Mourner and Muhammad the Fairy Dragon as our hand traps. So basically, this is what we can do. I would prefer to normal summon Nightshade, link it off, go into Trickstar Bloom, activate Bloom's effect, activate Nightshade's effect, bringing back Nightshade, Bloom makes your opponent draw a card, link off Nightshade, Trickstar Bloom again, go into make your opponent draw a second card, so now they have 7 cards in their hand. Then what you can do is you are not locked into Trickstar monsters. So if you want, you could go into IP Mask Arena if you wanted to, but I would not recommend it. Even though you actually, yeah, you could. I would recommend it. I would link these 2 Trickstar monsters. Oh crap, my bad. You cannot. IP Mask Arena says 2 non-link monsters, so you cannot do that. Unfortunately, sorry about that. We all make mistakes. We're all Yu-Gi-Oh players and we don't read. All right. So you can just leave that right there. If they attack Bloom down here, you get this Bloom's effect. If they don't, then you miss that. Oh well. But if they attack this Bloom, you can inflict them damage for each card in their hand, I believe. But what we can do here is we got these 4 cards in our hand. What we can do is we can just set 1 card face down, and then we can pass our turn. They draw their card for their turn, and that is going to be 8 cards in their hand. You can then activate Reincarnation in draw phase, make them banish 8, draw 8. Reincarnation goes to grave. They on-summon, let's say, their Searcher, so you Moonlight Chill, negate it. Its search is negated. Let's say they link it off. They'll take damage equal to its attack, so that's pretty good. Let's say they attack my stuff. All gets destroyed. Then they go and attack me directly for, say, 25. Mahama Fairy Dragon, inflict them 25. They're probably sitting about maybe, I'd say probably 5,000 right now, something like that. And then you just have this 1 card left in hand. So now it is, let's say they can't get over Mahama Fairy Dragon. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's now your turn. Draw a card. Bricked. All right, and there you go. Sometimes you break because you draw into not an extender, and sometimes you do draw into other stuff. You could use the Reincarnation to bring back a Bloom, but you'd have a Bloom and a Fairy Dragon. Actually, let's play that. I had Nightshade and I had that. So you could banish the Reincarnation, bring back the Bloom from the grave. If this card is link summoned. Never mind. All right. Normal summon Nightshade. You could link Nightshade into Bloom. Make them draw another card. Bring back Nightshade. You could then link 3 into Foxglove. Burn them a little bit. Then pass turn. Their turn. We're kind of just going into farther turns now. They get rid of this. They get rid of this. It gets destroyed. Oh, well, let's hold on. They do their on summon. We have another Ghost Mourner, so we ditch it. It's negated. Maybe we burn them. Maybe we don't. They get rid of this. They get rid of this. Foxglove activates. I get to summon Devaritis from the extra deck, but I have to put it in the main deck, main extra monster zone. So Foxglove burns them for that. Devaritis burns on summon. They might have enough to attack over, they might not. Let's say they don't. After that, it's all just up to draw because your hand is empty. We got Light Stage, so that's full combo, but we're not going to keep going. We're just going to go into our next hand. So the first hand was situational. It was definitely dependent on what you could or could not draw. So it's definitely situational. In the event that we were facing a really, really good deck, we probably would have lost. But that's just giving you the ideas of what you could do versus what's available to you. Because we did brick on 2 Nightshade, and that was not good. That was not good. All right. Let's see here. Kind of just really sort through this a little bit here. Shuffle this up. All right. And that should be good. Draw our second 5-card starting hand going first. We have Corbain, Lycris, Laurel, Nightshade, Light Stage. Woo, that's actually, it's not too bad, not too bad. What you can do here is, I think we're going to try to burn our opponent with our Holly Angel. Or what we could do is maybe we could just go the safe path and put Lycris or Devaritis on the field. Um, I think we might want to do that. So let's go ahead and light stage is very definite. I can only add a monster. So let's go ahead and activate Trickstar light stage to add a Trickstar monster. I can either add Candina or another Lycris. I don't really want to add another Corvain. And I definitely don't want a Nightshade. So I either choose Lycris or I choose Candina. I think I'm going to go for the Candina. I think that is what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'll add Candina. But if I normal the Candina, I can't normal the Nightshade. But I could special with Laurel if I handle this right. I think I'm gonna normal the Trickstar Candina, activate its effect to add the Trickstar Festival. I then will special the Corvain, activating, actually, you know what? No. I will activate the Festival. I'll activate the Festival. We'll put that Candina over here, by the way. I'll activate that Festival to special 2 Trickstar tokens, locking myself into Trickstar monsters for the turn. I then will link both the Candina and the Trickstar token off to go into the Trickstar Holly Angel. I can then activate Trickstar Corvain, special it, inflicting my opponent 200 damage and 200 damage right here. Now, the other part of Holly Angel is that if your opponent takes damage by a Trickstar monster's effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage they took till the end of the turn. So even though she deals damage, she also increases her damage. So every time she inflicts 200, she's going to boost by 200, but it's going first, so I'm not going to keep track of it. But I will keep track of it on our going second turns. So a special Trickstar monster here. So she inflicts 200. That inflicts 200. I then will link. I then will activate Lycris to. Actually, you know what? No. I will link. No. I will activate Lycris, targeting Corvain, specialing the Lycris right here, returning the Corvain. I then can link these two off, Lycris and the token, to then link summon Trickstar Debaritis right here. On summon, burns for 200, burns for 200, burns for 200. And because that burned for 200, that one also burns for another 200. So far we've dealt 400. Then we're going to deal 600. Then because of that, we deal another 600. And because of that, you don't deal another 600. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You got 1,200 damage so far. Then what we can do is we can activate Trickstar Laurel right here, reviving back our Trickstar Lycris right here, dealing another 200, and then that deals another 200. So that's going to be 12, 14, 1,600 damage. Then what we can do is that is just perfect. Just right there. Literally all we're needing or missing is our Dark Room of Nightmare. But we've got our Trickstar Festival in the grave to protect our Trickstar monsters from being destroyed by card effects. And we can special the Nightshade on our opponent's turn with the Laurel. Whenever they draw a card, Lycris will then deal them damage. Light Stage will deal them damage. Laurel will activate. I can then special the Nightshade from my hand, so anywhere I want. and then they'll have to clear off 4 monsters. But if they try to clear them off with 1 card effect, I can do Festival to protect them. And if they try to attack over, let's say my Devoritis or my Holly Angel or my Lycris, I'll just drop this. Lycris goes to 3,200. Holly Angel goes to 4,000. 33, 34, 35, 36. Devoritis will go to 3,600. Don't ever really want to use it on Nightshade because she only goes to 200. But there's that. And that's just going first. And so basically, every time that monster, or that monster deals them damage, Light Stage will deal them another 200. And Lycris, every time they add a card to the hand, each card that's added is 200 damage. Light Stage deals them 200. Devoritis, every time they normal or special summon a monster, it's 200. Light Stage will do 200. And yeah, that's basically it. Holly Angel, we already burned them for 200 every time we kept special summoning Trickstar monsters to zones that she points to. So that's also 200. But with that, it's all up to hearsay. We have 1 Corbane in our hand, and our next draw card will be a hand trap. So if they wipe our board, it's going to be a bit hard to come back after that. All right, but we got to do a really good play to burn them and basically say, hey, I'm going to punish you for playing, but I definitely encourage you to play, so keep playing. All right, that is 2 going first hands. We had a bad hand, and we had a good hand. So now we're going to go into going second hands. Let's go ahead and return these back to the extra deck. All right. So going second, definitely depends on the hand traps in our hand, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Going second, we have Extender, hand trap, hand trap, hand trap, extender. We don't really have anything to start up our plays except for Live Stage, I guess. So yeah, this is actually Ghost Mourner is the effect Baylor type card. So yeah, going first, or them going first, we're going second. They do their thing. I'll do Moonlight Chill, negate its effects. And, you know, if it leaves the field, I burn them a little bit. They don't know I'm playing Trickstars yet, probably, if they won the die roll. So, you know, Moonlight Chill, negate, burn them if it leaves the field. Then go Nibiru. So there you go. Drop that Nibiru. They get a token. All right. It's probably, let's say give it 6,000 or 8,000 attack points. And that'll basically just end their turn right there. So now it's our turn. So we draw. And we drew a Nibiru. Yay. Wonderful. We'll make it till next turn. Cool. What we can do is we can activate Trickstar Live Stage. They'll probably control a spell or trap, so we can then special a token. What we can then do is activate that token's effect. Or my bad, link that token off. That's funny. Give a token effect and activate it. Link it off, go into Trickstar Bloom. Then Bloom will activate, making your opponent draw a card. Let's say they've used all their cards in their hand, except for 2. They kept 2 in their hand. And so we make them so they have 3. Live Stage, we can then activate, bring back the token again. Let's go ahead and it don't matter which way it's in. Link it off, go into Bloom again. Bloom will then make my opponent draw another card. So now they have 4 cards in hand. I'm locked into Trickstar monsters because of Live Stage's effect. So going into, it's 2 or more fairy monsters. This is a rock, so we can't do that. We are locked into Trickstar. So with that being said, that's all we're going to be able to do. What we can do is then set the Trickstar Reincarnation. And that's the only monster on their field is the 6,000 beat stick token. So with that being said, we'll just have to end our turn there. Wait for our opponent to, swap that token. But During draw phase, they'll have 5 cards. Reincarnation banishes their 5 cards, makes them draw 5 new cards. And then we can bring back any of our Trickstar monsters that get sent to grave by banishing the reincarnation. And then it's all up to hearsay after that. But, you know, they'll destroy this. They'll destroy this. They'll probably destroy this, you know, with that token. But, you know, it's if they go for that 5th summon, we could Nibiru again. You know, it's all up to there. And then it's just whatever you draw after that. But with that being said, that was our first going second hand. So let's go for another one. Honestly, the best going second combo, like for the hand traps, is having that that Ghost Sister and having the Nibiru in your hand. That's also really good as well. Because most of your strategies are for going first, but you can somewhat play going second. So that's why this deck is pretty good to play. So, going second hand, we've got 5 cards. And see if we have any hand traps at all. Terraforming, Reincarnation, Corbane, and Fairy Dragon. So we're going second. We can't interact with our opponent at all this turn. So they do full combo, 2 Omni Negates, or 1 Omni Negate, 1 Monster Effect Negate, and that'll be about it. So we'll draw. All right, we got 2 cards. We're probably going to activate Terraforming. And they probably have an Ash Blossom. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens. But let's just say they don't negate it. We're going to go ahead and search our light stage. All right. We're then going to activate our light stage. We're going to search our monster. So we're going to search our Trickstar Candina. We're then going to send light stage to grave, activate light stage, search our Trickstar Lycris. We are then going to avoid that monster negate by normal summoning Trickstar Candina to search a Trickstar monster. They'll use the monster negate to target it. Then we'll chain link Trickstar Lycris, targeting our Trickstar Candina. They can then Omni negate this if they want, or they can wait till we activate a more powerful effect, which is probably the best idea for them because they don't really know our deck too well. So they'll let it go through. Lycris will then special summon itself. Going in attack mode, Candina comes back to hand. Their target is removed. Candina gets to search a Trickstar card. Seeing that we have 2 Reincarnation, I'm thinking that we should only be fair by going 3 Reincarnation. Normally I would add like Trickstar Festival, do some other stuff, but I think this is where we're not going. Like, they can stop 1 Reincarnation, but 2 is just broken. So Lycris says each time they add a card to their hand, for each card, damage. So there's that. So I think we can save that Candina for later. We can set 1 mysterious card face down, and they won't know what it is because it's not like it's the Reincarnation we just searched. But what we can do is we can just set 2 more face downs to make them really think, do I have 3 Reincarnation or is it something else? And then I just have Fairy Dragon for when they attack. I just deal them some damage. So now it's his turn. He draws. Let's say he's got 4 cards in hand. He draws. He's got 5 now. Lycris will burn. Light Stage will burn. He could chain. He could negate Lycris, but he might not. Wait, it's not an activation. My bad. It's not an activation. It's a continuous effect. So he can't negate it because it's not an activation. If he has something like, infinite permanence, he can negate it. But like an Omni Negate negates activations most of the time. So we'll just say it's one of those. All right. Inflicts him 200. Light Stage inflicts him 200, so he's down 400. During standby, we'll activate Reincarnation. He'll Omni Negate. I'll chain with Reincarnation. That's actually really funny. So Reincarnation will then banish his 5 cards, make him draw 5 cards. Reincarnation will banish him 5 cards, make him draw 5 cards. Other Reincarnation gets negated. They all get sent to grave. None of them were once per turn, so I can keep special summoning out Lycris if he gets rid of it. But he just drew 10 cards, so Lycris will then deal him damage for each card he drew. So that's going to be 10 times 2. That's going to be 2,000. And Light Stage will then inflict another 200. So that's going to be 2,600 I've dealt to him in just one turn. And I still got these 3 cards in my hand. So it's his turn. He might just go and beat over me, attack Lycris. I could probably activate, you know what? To bait that Omni Negate, he'll attack this. I'll activate Trickstar Reincarnation to banish it and target Lycris to special summon it. Do I have to target, I believe? Yeah, I have to target. So I'll target Lycris. He'll probably Omni Negate. I'll chain with Reincarnation, targeting it again. Special summoning it. His Omni Negate is broken. He's still attacking. I'll go Corbane. He's attacking something with 3,200 now. So now it gets destroyed. Alright. What else you gonna do? Light Stage actually deals him damage because Lycris would deal him damage that way. If I wanted to, I could go Trickstar Reincarnation, bring back Corbane, but I don't want to do that. I want to bring back a Link monster with my Reincarnation, so I'll save it. That's 3,200 until the end of the turn, so he'll probably end his turn right there. My turn. Now it's up to whatever I draw. Okay, useless. All right. That's for whenever he wipes my field and he attacks me. Fairy Dragon. Actually, you know what? I could special the Fairy Dragon in attack mode and make him think that's all I got. He'll attack me. I'll deal damage. I'll deal him more damage. That's actually really funny that I can do that. And it's all up to, resetting up plays. I'm probably going to play Candina, add Festival, special 2 tokens, go for Diveritis, and end right there. But, that's just further extension. So that is going to be our going second plays. That's actually really funny that I was able to get all 3 Trickstar Reincarnations. That's actually freaking hilarious. Because I only ever really see one of those. Funny that it comes up in testing. All right. With that, we're going to go 3. We're going to go 2 more test hands that are ideal test hands. So I'm going to start with a Dark Room of Nightmare. If I can find it here, another, dadgum, where they at? Another Dark Room of Nightmare, because really just 2 is nice, but you know what? These are ideal test hands. These are ideal. So 3 Dark Room of Nightmare. We'll go Trickstar Light Stage, Trickstar Candina. All right. With that, I think we'll have enough. So what we'll do here is we'll first activate all 3 of our Dark Room of Nightmares. Then we'll activate Light Stage to add a Trickstar monster. We're going to be adding our Trickstar Lycris. We're going to be normal summoning Trickstar Candina. Candina will search our Trickstar card. We will then search a Trickstar Reincarnation. And you know where I'm going with this. Get that. Activate Lycris' effect, targeting Candina, specialing Lycris, putting Candina back in hand, setting 1 card. Then passing turn, our opponent gets to draw a card. So they'll take 200 damage from that, and they'll take 200 damage from Light Stage because Trickstar Lycras. So that's going to be 400. And so when they take 200 from this, this activates, this activates, this activates. And when they take 200 from this, this activates, this activates, this activates. So that's going to be 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 2, and 2. So that's going to be 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 20, 22 off of just adding one card. Then we'll activate this, banish the 6 cards in their hand, make them draw 6 cards. 6 times 2 is going to be 12. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 to 3, 24 to 5 to 6, 27 to 8 to 9, 30, 30, 30, 31, 32. Along with the original damage that we dealt them, which is, it's going to be over 4,000 something. So that's going to be good enough. And if they want to keep searching, they can, but they'll just keep getting burned, I think, 1,800. So we basically almost dealt them 5,000 damage just in one turn. So if they want to keep searching, they'll keep taking like 1,600 or 1,800 damage off of just one Lycras, which is actually pretty darn funny. That is just the ideal hand number 1. Seeing that went rather fast, I think we'll go ideal hand number 2. But in this time, we're going to be using 2 Dark Room of Nightmare, 1 Candina, 1 Light Stage, and instead, we're going to be using, I think it's Festival, or it might be another Lycras. I can't remember. I think it is. I think it, yeah. You know, it's fine. It can be 2 Light Stage. It doesn't matter. All right. All right. So what we'll do is Dark Room, Light Stage to add Trickstar Lycras. Send to Grave. Light Stage to add Trickstar Corbane. Normal Candina. Effect, add Trickstar card. We'll go Trickstar Festival probably. Because we could do the same exact thing we just did before with Trickstar Reincarnation. But I'm going to do something a little bit different. So we do that. We want to summon Candine over here, by the way. My bad. Make sure it's far away from the middle and the Link Zones. We then can activate Festival. Festival effect. Special 2 tokens. Link the 2 tokens off. To summon out our Trickstar. Could go Trickstar Deveritis. We'll then Special Corbane, activate Lycras, or, well, hold on. On summon of Deveritis, 1 click 200. Then Light Sage, 1 click 200, and that will spark this to activate once and twice, and once and twice. So that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So just off of one monster is 1,600 damage. Then we can Special Corbane, activate Lycras, target Corbane, Special Lycras, return Corbane. So now every time a normal, special, search, or activate spell or trap, they then take 200 for each of that, and they also take 200 every time each one of these inflicts damage, and 300 every time each one of these inflicts damage, and every time that inflicts damage. So that was 16 off of just these 3 cards and that one. But now it's 16 here. It's 16 there. It's also 16 over here. So 16, 16, 16 every time each one of these activates. They burn rather quick. And if they choose to stop at the very end and they want to attack you, Corbane, boost, and you win. So that's also another really, really fun. That is one of the most ideal hands. So that's what I really like. Now what we can do is, I think we'll do one more We'll do one more. We'll do one more. All right. Let me see what the time is at right here. It's about 34 minutes. We'll do one more test hand, and after that, we're gonna end it with that. So we're gonna start off with a Nibiru. We're gonna start off with a Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. We're going to start off with Mahama the Fairy Dragon, and we're going to start off with Trickstar Festival, and we are going to start off with let's go not Festival, maybe. I mean, Festival gets us to the Diberitis. It's just instant Diberitis. What we could do, yeah, we'll do the Festival. And we'll do Lycris. And that'll be it. We aren't going to be doing a whole lot of searching. This is literally it. So we're going to lock ourselves into Trickstar monsters immediately by activating Trickstar Festival, going first to special 2 tokens. Link them off so we can summon our Trickstar Diberitis and inflict 200 damage immediately to them. Then we can normal summon our Trickstar Lycris and protect our Trickstar monsters from being destroyed by card effect for some reason. Then all we gotta do is wait. Our opponent will normal, special, and they probably will search, and they'll get burned a little bit, 200 at a time. As they activate a card that specials, drop your Spooky Dogwood. You're going to start gaining life points. They're going to start losing life points because of your Trickstar monsters, and Dogwood will make you gain life points. Now they're going to do something around 5 summons. At this point, if you don't have Mahama, don't worry about the attack points. But if you do have Mahama, worry about the attack points. Add up your attack points. Get a calculator if you need to, but add up your 18 and your 16. That's gonna be 3,000. This is gonna be 18, 19, 20. Yep, that's gonna be 2,000. 3,400 right here. Sorry, I'm a bit slow at math. So you're going to be 3,400 right here. You just want to make sure you're gaining life points. If you've gained over 12,000 life points at this point, don't worry about counting the attack points. Don't worry about it. But if you haven't, you should worry about it. But if you don't worry about it. They special summon out like a bunch of cards, whatever. Go Nibiru. Tribute all your cards. Tribute all their cards. Summon out your Nibiru. Give them the Nibiru token in attack mode. That's right, because you know what we fixing to do. So Nibiru token in attack mode. They attack your Nibiru. You want it to be at least 8,000 attack points. That's all I'm saying. But you dealt them a little bit of damage, so it can be 6,000. It would be fine. So they attack you. You take, say, 7,000. You activate Primal Being, or you activate Mahama, special that, deal them damage, and you win, just like that. So that's another little test hand that I like is having Nibiru, Mahama, and Spooky Dogwood. Any of those 3 is just like, you don't need to worry about having any starters. Like that, them 3 in your hand is great, really great. If it's just these 2, it's kind of you need a starter. If it's just these 2, you kind of don't need a starter, but you want a starter. But if it's these 2, I don't think it really matters. But having that Nibiru though, that's golden right there. That's golden. But yeah, that's gonna be it for all the starting hands, guys. Tell me what you liked about the hands. Tell me what you liked about the cards that are in the deck profile itself. If you liked what you saw, make sure to leave a like, comment down below what your favorite part about the video is. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.